Alrighty. I don't really have an intro planned, so let's just have a look, shall we? Alright, anyway. Hello, welcome. So these are my first ever laps around Donnington Park on Assetto Corsa. I just installed it today. Well, not today, last night. Still technically within day. But, I thought, why not, uh, why not drive a supercar around here? See how it is. So, here in Donnington Park, in what at the moment seems like pretty sunny England, at this track. And right now, on my outlap, just trying to get a feel for how the car is, how it handles around here, and also just like getting to know like where the corners go, where the braking points are, all that. And well, obviously since it's my first time here, I'm gonna miss a couple braking points right there, skipping the second part of the chicane. But it's a good way to like learn the track and figure out where I need to go, because obviously right here in the Melbourne hairpin, I am going way wide than I should be. But yeah, first side lap, seeing where everything is. Final corner, can't really see anything there either. And yeah, gonna light up the rear tyres, because why not? And around we go. But I do manage to save it. Keep it out on the track so I don't hit the inside wall. And yeah, that's a beautiful way to start my first lap. So here we go, braking into turn one. Car seems very stable so far. And just tapping the AstroTurf on the exit there. Fly through into the downhill section of turns 3 and 4. And braking hard into turn number 5 here. Perfect exit there. And into turn 6. Flat third gear through there. And then into turn 8, I believe it is, or turn 9. I don't know. Bit of lock up. And second gear. A little wobbly on the exit there. And then braking uphill into the long right-hander, flowing very high speed if you're able to manage to hold the throttle. And it's just feeling beautiful through there. Braking into the chicane here. I want to get it right this time, which I do manage to do, even though I had hit the brakes a little early, so I know at that point I could have hit the brakes a little bit later. Now, Melbourne hairpin. I noticed this was a trouble corner for me the entire session. As I want to light up the rears there, give a little show to you guys. Even though that wasn't really the plan. Then into the final corner, braking hard, swing to the right. It goes right to the left, hit the apex brilliantly, and out of the final corner. We do not have a repeat of what happened last time. So, basically what I was trying to do is like, get at least 9 to 10 laps underneath my belt just to see how the car feels and like get a knowledge of the track. So if I do like races here or if I do some more practice, I know exactly where I need to go, exactly what I need to do, and so on and so forth. But at the moment, the car felt absolutely beautiful going through here. A little bit of a wheel hop, another lock up there, but other than that, as well as a little oversteer. The car just felt awesome from my my onboard point of view. So, as much as I was like enjoying how to like nail all the track corners and get all the braking points right, I was also struggling quite a lot because it's like it's a new track, don't know where I'm going, and I was also using the onboard camera, so I couldn't really see a lot of my apexes, especially through here with the Melbourne hairpin. With how tight it is, I literally could not see where the apex was, and since it's a blind downhill to the right, there was no chance that I would be able to see it, especially, well, and again running wide, just not having a good time with those final two corners. just running so far wide because I can't see where the apex is with my onboard. So I believe this is lap 3 or 4 now. Turn 1 had always felt pretty okay, but right here, lost all control of the car trying to save it. Managed to do so, but I had hit the throttle a bit too early coming out of turn 1, and that just caused a massive load of oversteer. The car just felt terrible through that first bit, and it wasn't a good feeling first sector at all. A little slide going into braking zone there, but for majority of the second half of the lap, the car just felt planted. It felt awesome. There wasn't as much oversteer as usual, and just felt good. It felt clean to drive. I mean, that's one thing that I love about these supercars, is that no matter where you put the car, it's going to plant most of the time, unless you try and absolutely flat foot the fucking throttle. So yeah, Melbourne hairpin was just absolutely horrendous. You can see how many times I'm just going to run wide there. And next lap, I can even show you what I was seeing throughout most of the time. So here we go into the final corner, running a tad bit wide. But this is my view for most of it. So we'll go a lap on board. Braking into turn 1, down to second gear. Just wanted to try and be as smooth as I could on the throttle, on the shifts. But massive slide. Still trying to save it. Car just had so much dirt on the tyres, trying to save it, and managed to do so in the end, which was very lucky. But honestly, I thought I should have crashed at least. Third gear through here, and then up into fourth as we cross the first sector, into the second sector. Breaking down into second here, you want to keep it tight, climb the apex curb, right on the outside, and then braking uphill into second. Want to keep the speed up as much as I could, flying through, shift up into third, up into fourth. The highest gear you go through here is fifth, and it's on this straight here. And a little bit too early on or too far right on the exit, or entry I mean. And a little loose on the exit. But here we go. This is the problem that I had been facing most of the time. This is what I had to see most of the time. I'm just somehow nailing it on that lap, but absolutely losing it on the exit because there's no grip whatsoever. And then into the final corner, you can see just a lockup and there's nothing. You cannot see anything. But that's just part of the fun. It's just more fun as now we enter, which lap is it? Leaderboard? Yeah, there we go, lap 6. So you can see here, my best is a 135.3. This is a lap I just set, and that was a massive improvement through there because I had lost so much time in that first sector. I think it was like at least a second, maybe even 2. So I was definitely going to improve on this lap. That was for certain. And as you can see here, oh, never mind, it's not going to show up. Never mind. But no, it was a purple sector. Definitely up on my lap time. And again, just turning a little bit too early, getting a little loose on the exit. Through the long flowing right, you can see getting a little sideways from getting the throttle down a bit too early. And then hard braking into the chicane, a little sideways, locking up the rears a tiny bit. Car still feels really planted. And then into Melbourne hairpin, once again, my trouble corner, as it seems. But this time, I almost nail it. But still, just leaving the rears on the exit just terrible. But slowly starting to get the hang of the final final 2 corners. On the exit here, feeling really nice, feeling just absolutely wonderful. And there you go, fastest or a new personal best, 133.438. And now here's where I think was my best lap, if I can recall. Just feeling beautiful, running really wide there, getting on. Just felt a bump in the track going down the hill, and that just threw my car off way off, and still getting a little loose. But other than that, car just felt good all around. Plus, I didn't really speak of the livery. Whoops, my bad. So I actually had this livery custom made for me by one of my good mates. Um, since I'm in a league with him and we're a tradie racing team. So he thought, oh hey, why not make a tradie livery for your supercar? I'm like, sure, why not? Yeah, that's enough of that. But yeah, the car felt good, track felt good. Obviously, as I've mentioned before, still trying to learn the track and get a lot better at it. But just not hitting the apexes whatsoever. But one thing I did do, not wheel spin through the exit of the Melbourne hairpin, which was a miracle. Yeah, no, starting to nail the final corner a lot better now. But as evidence there, a new PB with a 132.6. But this is where it started to go a little bit downhill, like with my final 2 laps. Real loose at the exit of 1, entering turn 2, still feeling fine, into 3, then into 4, still running a little bit wide thanks to those bumps, into turn 5, and I was nowhere near where I needed to be, and just running wide on the exit of 6. So now I've got grass all over the tyres, the car's not going to feel as good as it should be, and I was just not feeling too good after that moment there. Running, as you can see there, running wide and nearly spinning it again. So managing to try and keep my throttle in it, which I did, saved the car, luckily, even though I was sideways for most of it. And then, yeah, you can see the pickup on the tyres, the build-up of all the gravel just really sticking to the car, not feeling good, and I'm just there trying to shake it off, like, get all the dirt off the tyres, but then just, yeah, I think that essentially spelled the end of like my testing runs. So car felt good. I actually got a really beautiful entry into Melbourne hairpin. I didn't even realise that. But then once again, lighting up the rears, not feeling great with the Melbourne hairpin, and braking into the final corner, and seeming to be like the final corner is starting to get a lot better. But yeah, now we enter the final lap of the session. Hard braking, turn 1. Still trying to get a feel of the car because, as you can see there, I'm just losing all rear grip. Just like at least trying to hold on to it as much as I could. But yeah, no, felt a lot more comfy through there. But then got on the entrance curb, and that just flung me wide. And I'm like, you know what? I think that might be me done. So, just cruising along, gonna head back to the pits. And yeah, that's essentially my first like 9 laps of Donnington. Yeah, trying to think of what to say. I haven't really driven, as I've said, I haven't driven this track before, but yeah, it's so much fun. It just flows. It's like smooth where you need it to be, but it can also be really challenging. So if you do have Assetto Corsa, I do recommend downloading this track mod. It's the Donnington Park 2018, and yeah, I found it really fun. And I decided, you know what? Let's give you guys one more treat. Let's light the rears up, give it a little drift. Why not? But yeah, if you enjoyed, I hope you like. Or if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you want to see more, leave a comment. Just wanted to drift again, just drift around for you guys. But yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more, then subscribe. No obligations.